the show that celebrates WWE. It's Gorilla Position.
Hello, you, and welcome to Gorilla Position. Thank you for hitting the download button on this, your pro wrestling / sports entertainment podcast of pleasure. My name's James Delow, your host and your guide through the wonderful world of WWE. Thanks for tuning in to this episode 302 of the biggest and best WWE podcast in the UK, the only show of its kind to be supported, endorsed and promoted by WWE themselves. But it's a Friday. It's a Friday. What are we doing? Welcome aboard. Friday, 16th of February, 2024. What am I doing dropping a pod on a Friday, I hear you cry? Well, and I was meant to talk about this on Wednesday's show, but given Kevin's long rant about CM Punk, it swallowed up a lot of time, shall we say, and I didn't get to make a lot of my notes. By the way, if you haven't listened to Wednesday's app, check it out. Download from wherever you get your podcasts. We chat all things the WrestleMania kickoff event, the many possible creative avenues in the main event scene ahead of WrestleMania. But as mentioned, Kevin Clifton gets a little bit spicy when talking about one CM Punk. I've seen no evidence to suggest he's anywhere near as good as he says he is, or his diehard followers say he is. He even compared CM Punk to Donald Trump. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. It got spicy. Anyway, go check it out. It was a super fun episode of GP. And of course, not only did Kev get a bit fired up, shall we say, but it also featured the big debut of our newest member of the team, Max. Oh yeah, what a boy. The man, the myth, the legend, Max. The newest member of the team. So delighted to have him on board, and he did a phenomenal job. Love having Max as part of the GP family. So I ran out of time. I couldn't get to various notes, as I said, on Wednesday. But as I said on the first episode back last week, I said I wanted to change things up a little bit this time around with GP. And what I know, all the feedback that I get is that fans love listening to us really get into it. Chew the fat on all things WWE. Get deep into conversations about what we're loving, what we're hating. Go, have the ability and the time to go off on tangents. Hell, even have rants about certain things when we feel like it. Kev, looking at you. But because of that, and because I want to keep our podcast episodes nice and tight, and, I want to leave you wanting more, don't I? That's good business, JD. That's good business. I felt like my WWE Superstar interviews should be a separate offering. Same podcast feed. You can find all the interviews right here in the same place where you find the Wednesday weekly episodes. But instead of interrupting the flow of the Wednesday weeklies, I thought I'd give the brilliant WWE talents the time and space they deserve and release Gorilla Position Friday specials. How about that? Double bubble. Friday specials featuring some of the biggest names in WWE. It might not be every Friday. Obviously, I've always got to work around talent schedules and travel and PLEs and live events, etc., etc. It can be tough to schedule these things in. But when we can, I'll release a Friday special of GP featuring me one-on-one with a different WWE superstar. Double bubble here on the GP podcast feed, all free of charge, all for the love of the game. Speaking of games, quick shout out to our brand new Gorilla Position sponsors for 2024. WWE 2K24, the brand new video game, available now for pre-order. The link is in the description of this podcast. So what are you waiting for? Go check it out. WWE 2K24 is released on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC, and it's released on March the 8th with Cody Rhodes adorning the standard edition cover. And then you got two other editions. You got the 40 Years of WrestleMania version of the game, and also the deluxe edition with Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair on the cover. Both those versions are available 3 days earlier than the standard edition, so that is March the 5th. Thank you to the brilliant team at 2K for making such an exciting partnership happen. As I say, the link to pre-order the latest iteration of the WWE 2K series is in the description of this podcast, so go check it out for early access to the full game starting March the 5th. Right, on with today's superstar guest, the one and only R-Truth. What a guy. What a guy. Funny as hell. So nice. An incredible tenure with the company. I mean, we talk about it in the interview. He started with WWE in 1999, by the way. And it's only now he's enjoying one of the, if not the best runs of his career with the slightly on and off alignment with the Judgment Day. But it is brilliant. We get into all that. And yes, I know some old school GPers will be screaming right now, and they'll be bemoaning the fact that many years ago, I personally may have entered R-Truth into the Gorilla Position Hall of Shame. And to be honest, I don't apologize for it. Back then, I don't know when this happened, maybe 2017, 2018. Back then, he deserved it. All he was doing was walk into the ring shouting, "What's up? What's up? What's up?" Not a gimmick. Terrible at the time. But given his latest work, perhaps we can get him removed. Can we get him removed? Producer Ben, can we get R-Truth removed from the Gorilla Position Hall of Shame?
I think he's going to have to do a good job.
Yes, I think that's fair. He's got to earn the right to come out of the GP Hall of Shame. But earn that right, I think he has done, because given his latest work, perhaps we can get him removed, because he is doing some tremendous stuff. I mean, that video package, it was a good few weeks ago now, but charting his journey with Judgment Day was genuinely one of the funniest things I've seen on WWE TV in a long time. We should also, by the way, delve into the GP Hall of Shame. I think it will be a really fun time to remind ourselves of some of the terrible gimmicks and characters from yesteryear that we inducted many moons ago. Anyway, it was a really fun chat with R-Truth. I'm going to play it in right now. One thing I do want to be really transparent about, we do have a conversation about Vince McMahon. However, this was recorded prior to the awful allegations and the lawsuit that came out. So when he's talking about Vince, please do keep that in mind. This was recorded prior to that knowledge. So, you know, you have to assume R-Truth knew absolutely nothing about what was coming. So it's a more light-hearted chat about Vince. So yes, keep that in mind when you listen to it. Anyway, make sure you give us a follow across social media at WWEGP, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you'd be so kind, youtube.com/@WWEGP. Sign up to the newsletter at our website, wwegp.co.uk, to be the absolute first to find out about all our latest news around live events, superstar appearances, and PLE watch parties. Finally, it really helps us out if you rate and review GP wherever you get your podcasts. Your support is always appreciated. Anyway, thank you for listening. Remember, we'll be back on Wednesday as we'll be previewing Chamber Elimination Chamber from Perth, Australia. That's going to be a fun episode as we dive into all things WWE as the road to WrestleMania continues. But right now, let's play my interview with the one and only R-Truth. This has been a Starstruck Media production. We'll see you on Wednesday.
I'm a champion!
The funniest man on WWE TV right now. You are the man of the moment, Mr. R-Truth. How are you today, sir?
Man, the introduction just get better and better. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving it. That just made me even better than I was before I met you. You know what I'm saying?
All you need is me to spur you on. I think you could main event WrestleMania. Forget Roman and Rock and Cody, Seth. It's all about R-Truth.
You my guy now, for real.
So how are things for Mr. R-Truth now you're a sort of fully fledged member of the Judgment Day?
Things are going great, man. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much, tedious things you have to do with that I'm taking in control of and doing. You know what I'm saying? Other than just being out front in the forefront, you know what I'm saying, on Monday Night Raw, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, you know what I'm saying, within the Judgment Day, and I handle those jobs. Like I say, I don't wear just one hat,
So what are these jobs? Talk me through some of the jobs you do as a member of the Judgment Day.
Like I told you, man, I've said numerous times, man, like, it's like me talking, nobody's listening to me. Like, there's a front bathroom in the clubhouse, and it's continuously like, if you take a shower in it, have a shower. But if you take a shower, the water drain, it comes out very slow, and the toilet is clogged. So I've said numerous times, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, we need to get it done. So I'm going to take it upon myself to do that. We have no landline in the, you know what I'm saying, in the clubhouse. We need a landline for emergency. As you see, Finn don't answer texts. He don't answer calls, FaceTimes. He don't answer emails, telegrams. I could send him a pigeon with a note tied to it, and he wouldn't answer that either. You see what I'm saying? So I think we need a landline, because we always at the clubhouse.
If you're confirming one thing to me here, it's that the Judgment Day need our truth. I think that much is official. Do tell me, though, who is clogging the toilet? Is it Big Damo?
Hashtag wasn't me. I don't know who's doing it, but it's been a problem. And it's very, like, when we have to get out, you know what I'm saying, get in, get out, you know what I'm saying, that front bathroom is very, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take care of that, though. I'm going to take care of that. That's the last time you will hear about it, because I'm going to handle that.
Okay, good. Well, as long as it's not Rhea, because we don't want to imagine that.
Right.
So the promo package that aired recently, charting your journey with the Judgment Day,
right.
What an emotional thing that was. But it was one of the funniest things ever that I've seen on WWE TV, no word of a lie. How involved creatively were you with that, and also generally day-to-day with all the Judgment Day stuff?
Man, we all work together. And it's fun, and it organically happened. So it's just a matter of seizing the moment, and that's pretty much how everything we're doing with this, me and myself and Judgment Day, is have been happening. Seizing the moment, man, and just by chance, it worked.
Well, the natural, organic way that this is happening and the way it's getting over is an absolute joy to see. So long may it last. Who is the funniest member of Judgment Day?
Oh, who's the funniest member? They all are funny in their own way, but I'm gonna have to go with Dirty Dom. Go with Dirty Dom, because you got to think he gets a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying, that stuff from his dad too, you know what I'm saying, from Rey Mysterio. So he's quick-witted. He always has something. He's always on top of you with that. Like, I would go to him first with that.
And who is the naughtiest member of Judgment Day?
The naughtiest? What you mean? Like kicking over Christmas trees on Christmas time and stuff like that?
Yeah, just generally getting up to mischief.
Oh, getting up to mischief. JD Madonna. That's why we kicked him out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Always, man. Always up to stuff. But he got some stuff he got to do around the Judgment Day. We ain't completely kicked him out, but like for right now, he out.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can't wait to see how the story develops, because it's an absolute joy. Now, comedy characters in WWE, they don't tend to have much longevity. They don't tend to stick around for too long. Your tenure, however, with the company is absolutely extraordinary. Yes, there's been a few absences here and there, but you've been with the company since 1999, which is amazing. What is the secret to your success?
Taking advantage of time.
Oh, what a great answer.
There's no such thing as you're too old or you're too young, you're too this, that. All we got and know of is time, and time doesn't wait, stop for nobody. But we always hear patience is a virtue. My longevity has a lot to do with just organically in the right time, being ready at the right time, being in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing at the right time. I think it's just, I was gone for a year and a half. I think people miss that. I'm very honored they missed me, but just along with that, coming back at the right time to be able to deliver and for them to remember who our truth really is. I think it's just timing. I think it's organically and just taking advantage of time.
Nice. Now, a lot's been made about your relationship with Vince McMahon. You guys obviously go way back. Why do you think you originally hit it off with Vince, and what's your relationship like with him now?
I've always been honest with Vince. Me and Vince always been cool. We just hit it off from the time I was flown up to meet him way back in '99. And he's the truth. You've always been just yourself. You can't pretend. You can't fake. You just always yourself. And you treat me like you would treat anybody else. I've always I've seen Vince in his sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've seen him sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like organically taking advantage of time to get to know somebody.
Now, as a veteran of the game, for someone who's been around for as long as you have, what are the differences between the WWE that we know from back in the day, led by Vince McMahon, and the WWE that we see now, led by Triple H and Nick Khan?
There really is no difference, but there is a difference. You have to be like within the aura of the whole spectrum of everything to notice and see everything that, even from what Vince done to what's going on right now, all cylinders are on go. Always have been, and always, and now they're being oiled. They're being fed with more fuel. They're being like spark plugs. Everything's being checked, tuned up, and everything. Like it's all cylinders on go. You're just seeing the best of what was always the best of.
Now you're 52 this week. Happy birthday.
That's what they say.
What do they say?
They say I'll be 52 in a couple of days.
that is what they say. That is what they say.
That's what they say.
That's the phrase.
Huh?
A lot of people say that.
A lot of people say it.
Now it is unbelievable. You're still going strong. You're throwing yourself through tables with JD McDonough on Raw. You're in line to have just such a celebratory, ultra fun run. And perhaps the highlight of your entire career. What's the secret to the shape that you stay in? Talk me through the workouts, the diet. How does R-Truth stay looking so incredible?
I mean, I still do the same workout that I've been doing since I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah, same workout. I don't eat breakfast. Never have eaten breakfast.
Really? But that's the most important meal of the day.
That's what they say.
They do say that.
A lot of people say
they do say that. A lot of people.
But who are those people to say that? How do they look?
I never know who they
you see what I'm
are.
saying? So
who say that?
That part right there. So it's just I do the same work I've been doing since high school. Never eaten breakfast. And a lot of people it's like, so you're fasting. I don't know if it's fasting or what, but like my first meal is 2:00 in the afternoon, 2 maybe 3:00, and then I'll eat again maybe 7 or 8. And I won't eat again to the next day, 2:00.
I respect this, don't get me wrong, but I sort of feel bad for you that you've never experienced breakfast. I feel like you're missing out on a lot of good food there.
I've experienced breakfast. You know what? You can eat breakfast at any time. I might eat some pancakes at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Okay.
I don't eat eggs, but I might eat some grits at 3:00. You know what I'm saying? I might eat some hash browns at 4 or 5. You can have it. You don't have to have it that early in the morning of just waking up. I give my body time to get the fluids moving and going and stuff like that. I don't wake up and rush straight to the dinner table. That's just me. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. If I eat breakfast, I'll be laying down by 10, 11 o'clock.
Well, you're R-Truth, my friend. You can buck the trend. You can do whatever the bloody hell you like.
Yes, and then I work out minimum 4 times a week. I'm always doing cardio. I take advantage of the time to keep keep this vessel moving and going. And yes. I try to stay supple like a leopard, as they would say.
Nice. Now, finish your story. That is a phrase that we are going to hear, where we're currently already hearing it a lot, but we're going to hear it a lot this year on WWE programming. But what does that phrase, finish your story, mean to R-Truth? You've had a great career. You've headlined Survivor Series in the world's most famous arena opposite John Cena and The Rock, for God's sake. Is there anything else you'd like to achieve that means R-Truth can finish his story?
Me, Judgment Day, and Awesome Truth. We main event WrestleMania, and I musically perform. That will complete the story.
Oh, yeah.
You felt me on that one, didn't you?
Oh, I felt you big time.
I have my family with me to watch, you know what I'm saying, to be there with me.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Bit of William Regal next to you, doing a bit.
I
Of
don't
rapping.
mind that. Bring
Everyone
William.
remembers that segment.
Me and William Regal go back. Yes, bring William, please do.
Funniest moment of your career and the proudest moment.
Oh man, I can't think of the funniest moment. I've had so many funny moments. We just talked about it. Me coming in here, I was in there with John Cone, one of our referees that now works in talent relation. Well, we're here tonight in Little Rock, Arkansas, and it's snowing and it's cold, it's like freezing. And when I walked in, Nora, Molly Holly, she was like, oh, we have to do this. She said, I'm sorry, you're going to be cold. I said, cold? I looked at John Cone. I said, she said cold. Well, doing the 24/7 stuff, we did a scene in New York, and it was like maybe 16 degrees. And that was the coldest I ever been. And one of the scenes was we was trying to get this guy that had the horses to make him run. We thought the horse could run, but he said the horses only ran if you gave him money. I lie to you not. So he said, Senor, no dinero, no. And we're like, I said, give him a couple of dollars. So they gave him a couple of dollars, you know what I'm saying? And the horse started trotting faster. And I lie to you not. You can ask John Cole this story, yes. So that's probably one of the funniest things.
That's amazing.
Me just telling that story, nobody believed me, yes. We got swindled out of a horse, you know what I'm saying, with a horse that understood the terminology of dinero, you know what I'm saying? So it costed us $100 to get him to run, and he only trotted. So the scene, if you go back and watch that scene, they're just moving like that. We gave him, you know what I'm saying, what we had left as cash.
Imagine what $1,000 could have done. He would have cantered out of there.
Yeah.
Now, to finish this up, and I really appreciate your time today, and I hate to end this brilliant conversation on an awkward note, but you mentioned the 24/7 title. A few years ago, you blocked us on Twitter. It was because we said something not very nice about the 24/7 title, not about you specifically, but about that championship. But you happened to be holding it at the time, and you blocked us because of this.
What did you say?
Well, I just said I thought the title should be thrown in the bin.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I would have blocked you.
But my point is, now that Triple H has taken over,
and
creative,
he did, yeah,
and effectively agrees with me, and he has actually thrown that title in the bin. And because I feel like we get on now, and this has gone really well, can we make this official? Can you follow us again?
Yeah, being that I've done an interview with you, yes, I will. And I only took offense to it. I took offense to it as a negative has been. If I don't know if you even know, Forbes magazine did a write-up about the 24/7 title. Did you know that?
Were they slagging it off?
Forbes magazine is not a sports magazine. And they did a write-up about how many numbers the show was the 24/7 was doing more numbers than Monday Night Raw. Yes. So that was like I felt like it was a chink in my armor of my I'll take shiznit and make Kool-Aid out of it. I'll make it potato salad and you'll like it and eat it. You're like, give me more. It's not delicious, it's scrumptious. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I take offense to it, I just blocked it.
No, but do you know what? You raise a very good point. The digital and social numbers were incredible. I do appreciate that.
And there were some people that liked it. There was a lot of people that really liked it. And I just looked at it as there's so many moments in wrestling that some people just take. We have a term to take you on a roller coaster. And some people get attached with too many things and they take the fun out of it, or they take the realization out of it, or they take the connection. Some people connect, some people don't connect. And I think a lot of negative feedback can almost ruffle the feathers of the superstars that's like busting their ass and like really putting sweat, blood, and tears into making this thing come to life.
No, I get that. That makes sense. But just to clarify, you will follow us again.
Yeah.
At WWE GP, that's us.
WWE, okay, gorilla position. Yeah, I do have y'all blocked. I do. See that, y'all?
It's one of the worst days of my life.
No. Finna unblock them. Boom. You unblocked. You see that?
Well, I'm very glad we've put this to bed. R-Truth, you are a genuine superstar with a capital S, and you're a great man. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Appreciate it so much.
Gorilla Position.